Still nothing from nobody. Nobody wants to confront anything. Nobody wants to talk about anything. It's just quiet, nothing.
We first reported on the so-called incident in the hills in July of last year. In our report, we met with Cody Nugent, the brother of Tyler Nugent, who was shot and killed by multiple officers with the Catahoula Parish Sheriff's Office.
I know what he did was bad. You know, he needed to be held accountable for his actions, but death wasn't what he needed.
Back on January 30th, 2025, Catahoula's Special Response Team responded to a shooting at the Nugent household. When officers arrived, they found Tyler Nugent had shot and killed his mother, then later barricaded himself in his bedroom and refused to answer to officers. After several attempts to communicate with him, SRT officers entered the house, eventually making their way to the room where he was barricaded and killed him.
Any police officer, they get put in a bad situation every day. Mistakes happen. We're all human. But in order to, what it makes it so bad to me is because it looks like it's being swept underneath the rug and covered up.
After the shooting, a grand jury turned down criminal charges against 2 of the officers involved. Catahoula's Chief Detective Dwayne Littleton, the focus of our first report, and Lieutenant Ethan House. Our report on Littleton broke down a tattoo he had gotten, commemorating the shooting and how he later attempted to hide it from the public eye. The Nugent family saw that tattoo as disgraceful and further renewed their demands for answers.
Kind of was hoping after they ruled a no true bill, you know, then it would be like, hey, okay, you know, come on, let me explain to you why it was a no true bill. Let's talk about what happened. Nobody's ever said anything.
We filed several records requests demanding access to the case file and the body camera footage. The Catahoula Sheriff's Office denied our requests, citing an ongoing investigation. They would not clarify what or who the target of the investigations was. However, the district attorney's office granted us access, providing us with basic records and the ability to view the body camera footage. We then took this screenshot on our first review. You can see into the closet where Tyler Nugent was hiding when he was killed. The only person with a clear angle into what happened in that closet was Detective Littleton. The third officer seen in our screenshot was not near the closet when the shooting occurred. The DA told us his office never received Littleton's body cam video. When we requested equipment logs from that night, the sheriff's office refused to provide them and said Littleton was not wearing his body camera. But Littleton himself contradicted that claim. This video we obtained shows both Lieutenant House and Detective Littleton giving police interrogators their takes on what happened that night.
Is this the picture that was taken that night?
Yes.
And that's how you was dressed during the incident?
No. My badge was not there.
Okay.
Because it was actually under here.
But other than the badge being in this place, that's how you was dressed?
Yes. Gloves, down to the gloves.
Is that where your body camera was placed?
Yes.
Put it on?
No, it don't work.
So is there any rule that applies to that when you're supposed to wear them, or they just give them to you and you go, here, what?
Yeah, there's no, yeah.
Okay.
In fact, the body camera that I have, I don't remember what was wrong, but the one I had, I ended up giving it to a patrol deputy because that one I had wasn't quite working, and I wanted him to, because I'm usually detectives in the office.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to have a good camera, or a working camera. None of them we got, I consider to be good cameras. I mean, most of those cameras, you can have them on and they cut on and off on their own. I mean, you never know if it's really recording or it ain't.
Yes. Okay.
So
That happens to be that's a common occurrence.
yeah, we got deputies on the road that don't even have them.
Footage also revealed several issues with the operation itself, like special response officers gassing themselves with tear gas. They did not have the equipment to protect themselves.
Dwayne decided to, hey, let's rake the window and gas it. It's no chemical agent. We hear the first attempt to break the window, it didn't happen. The second attempt, it broke, and then the gas went in. And it was probably a minute, the gas started rolling all the way. We had one gas mask, so the rest of us just sat there and ate gas. I know we got the full effect of the gas that we threw.
Oh my, you can hear it on body cam, snotting and sneezing. I mean, it was kind of comical at the, not with where it was going on, but how it happened. It was kind of comical because Ethan's standing there and I look up at him one time and he's sweating and he's got snot coming down his nose and he's looking at Gary and he says, Gary, please wipe these boogers. And, kind of like light of the situation at the moment.
But beyond the moments leading up to the shooting, what happened in that closet and if the killing was justified is up in the air to the Nugent family after watching the videos themselves.
The gun was down before the first shots were ever fired. They shot an unarmed boy. And they didn't just shoot him a couple times and him die with them rendering aid or die on the way to the hospital. He died right there from multiple gunshot wounds. Just one deputy dumped 20 rounds, pulled the trigger 20 times. The other one pulled it 11.
When we requested copies of the body camera footage through the district attorney's office to show you, the public, our request was denied, citing privacy concerns and the violence seen in the video. That's even though the Nugent family gave their permission to release the footage and we pledged to not show the actual shooting or any other graphic imagery. And with our help, the family doubled down and filed their own records requests.
I think it don't make much sense at all to deny me the footage because they're deceased. If all responsibilities of the dead falls on the next of kin, why couldn't the consent fall on the next of kin?
At first, the district attorney agreed to provide them with the footage, but later reversed their decision, saying they did not have the technology to censor the video.
We don't want raw footage of them shooting him up or my stepmom laying on the floor. But we want the truth. We want to be able to have evidence to back the truth that we're saying. I mean, anybody can go up there and watch it. It's public record.
And despite reaching yet another dead end 1 year later, the Nugent family is once again calling for accountability and for the footage to be publicly released.
It's their word versus mine. Who's going to believe me? Nobody. Who's going to believe it? They wear a badge. They're the sheriff's department. You know?
You trust them.
You're supposed to. You're supposed to. Any normal person wants to. But I know the truth. I know the difference on what they say and what happened. And all I want is I want the truth known of what happened. And it's not being covered up because what they're doing is covering it up.